If you're getting Social Security benefits, September 2025 could be the most important month you need to pay attention to, and missing these critical changes could cost you thousands of dollars. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through everything that's changing this month, from payment schedule shifts that could catch you off guard to a major deadline that affects how you receive your money, plus some recent policy wins that could mean extra cash in your pocket. Welcome to Financial Area, where we break down the money moves that matter most to your financial future. If this kind of essential financial information helps you stay ahead of the game, smash that like button and subscribe for more money-saving tips that could change your financial life. Let's start with the changes happening right now that could affect your next payment. September's payment schedule is completely different from what you're used to, and if you're not prepared, you might panic when your money doesn't show up when you expect it. Here's what's happening. Because September starts with Labor Day, a federal holiday, the Social Security Administration can't process payments on that day. This creates a domino effect that pushes some payments earlier than usual. If you receive Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, your September payment actually arrived on Friday, August 29th. This isn't an extra payment. It's just your regular September benefit delivered ahead of time because of the holiday. Don't spend it twice thinking you got a bonus. For those of you who started receiving benefits before May 1997, or if you get both SSI and Social Security, your payment hits your account on Wednesday, September 3rd. Now, for everyone else, your payment date depends on your birthday. If you were born between the 1st and 10th of any month, you get paid on Wednesday, September 10th. Born between the 11th and 20th, your money comes on Wednesday, September 17th. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and 31st, you're looking at Wednesday, September 24th. Here's my advice. Mark that date on your calendar right now. I've seen too many people stress out thinking their payment is late when they simply forgot about the holiday schedule. This is especially important if you have bills due around your usual payment date. But here's the bigger change that's about to shake things up permanently. September 30th marks the end of an era. It's the last day the Social Security Administration will send out paper checks to most beneficiaries. From October 1st forward, if you're still getting a paper check, that stops. Now, before you panic, let me explain why this is happening and what it means for you. The SSA isn't doing this to make your life harder. Paper checks are a security nightmare. They're 16 times more likely to be lost, stolen, or tampered with compared to electronic payments. Plus, maintaining the paper check system costs taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars every year, while electronic transfers cost just pennies per transaction. But here's what really matters to you. The government has carved out exceptions for people who truly need them. If you're over 90 years old, you can keep getting paper checks. If you have certain cognitive impairments that make electronic banking difficult, you're covered. And if you live in an area where banking access is practically impossible, they'll work with you too. If you think you qualify for one of these exceptions, you need to contact the SSA's dedicated waiver line immediately. They've promised that no one will be left behind, but you have to advocate for yourself. For everyone else, you have two options: direct deposit to your bank account or the Treasury-backed Direct Express card. The Direct Express card works like a debit card and doesn't require you to have a traditional bank account. You can use it at ATMs, make purchases, and even get cash back at many stores. If technology feels overwhelming, reach out to family members, local advocacy groups, or even your bank for help setting this up. Don't wait till the last minute. Do this now. Now let's talk about something that could save you from financial disaster: understanding your rights when it comes to overpayments. This is where things get really serious because the Social Security Administration has the power to take money directly out of your monthly check, and many people don't know how to fight back.
Here's the scary reality. If the SSA decides you are overpaid, they can now withhold up to 50% of your monthly benefit to get their money back. Think about that for a second. If you're getting $2,000 a month, they could cut that to $1,000 until the overpayment is recovered. For many seniors, that's the difference between paying rent and being homeless. And here's the really frustrating part. These overpayments often happen through no fault of your own. Maybe there was an error in the SSA's processing system. Maybe they had outdated records about your income or status. Maybe there was simply a misunderstanding about reporting requirements. But regardless of who's at fault, you're the one who suffers. I've seen people get letters demanding repayment of $30,000, $50,000, even more. Imagine opening your mail and finding out the government thinks you owe them more money than you make in 2 years. It's devastating. But here's what you need to know. You have rights and you have options. First, never ignore an overpayment letter. I know it's tempting to stick it in a drawer and pretend it doesn't exist, but that's the worst thing you can do. The clock starts ticking the moment you receive that notice. You have 4 main options when you get an overpayment letter. First, you can appeal if you believe the overpayment is wrong. Maybe their records are incorrect, or maybe they made a calculation error. Don't assume they're right just because they're the government. Second, you can request a waiver if repaying would cause financial hardship. The SSA has guidelines for this, and if paying back the money would prevent you from meeting basic living expenses, they might forgive the debt entirely. Third, you can negotiate a payment plan. Instead of having half your check taken every month, you might be able to pay back $50 or $100 a month until it's settled. Fourth, you can show hardship to reduce how much they take from each check. Even if you can't get the debt forgiven, you might be able to get them to take less each month. The key is acting quickly and getting help if you need it. There are advocacy groups specifically designed to help people navigate these situations. Don't try to handle this alone if you're feeling overwhelmed. But it's not all doom and gloom in the world of Social Security. There have been some major victories recently that are putting real money back in people's pockets. This year saw the complete repeal of 2 rules that were devastating to public sector retirees: the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset. If you're a retired teacher, firefighter, police officer, or other government worker, these rules used to slash your Social Security benefits just because you also had a government pension. It was a cruel double penalty that affected over 3 million people. Well, those rules are gone. Not only are people now getting their full benefits without penalties, but the government has paid out $17 billion in retroactive payments to make up for the money that was unfairly withheld over the years. Some families have received lump sum checks of $20,000, $30,000, or more. If you're a public sector retiree and you haven't looked into this yet, contact the Social Security Administration immediately. You might be owed a life-changing amount of money. There's also a new tax deduction that could save you serious money. Eligible seniors can now claim a $6,000 tax deduction through 2029. But here's the catch. It's not automatic. You have to remember to claim it when you file your taxes. That could mean $1,000 or more back in your pocket, depending on your tax bracket. Now, let's talk about what's coming next year and what you can expect from your benefits. The projected cost of living adjustment for 2026 is 2.7%, which would mean about $55 more per month for the average retiree getting around $2,020. But before you get too excited, remember that Medicare Part B premiums usually go up too, and those increases often eat into your COLA. So while your Social Security check might be $55 bigger, your Medicare premium might go up by $30 or $40, leaving you at just $15 or $25 more in actual spending power. Speaking of benefit amounts, let me give you the current numbers so you know where you stand. The average retirement benefit is just over $2,020 per month. The average CGI payment is about $718 per month. But these are maximums you can get depending on when you retire.
If you retire at 62, the earliest you can claim benefits, your maximum monthly payment is $2,831. If you wait until your full retirement age of 67, you can get up to $4,018 per month. And if you have the discipline to wait until age 70, you can max out at $5,180 per month. That's a huge difference, more than $2,300 extra per month if you can afford to wait from 62 to 70. Over 20 years of retirement, that's more than $500,000 in additional benefits. But here's the elephant in the room that we need to address: the long-term future of Social Security. The latest trustees report projects that the combined trust funds will be depleted by 2034. That's just 9 years away, and 1 year sooner than previously expected. Now let me be crystal clear about what this means, because there's a lot of fear-mongering out there. Social Security is not going bankrupt. It's not disappearing. Even if Congress does absolutely nothing, the program will still be able to pay about 81% of scheduled benefits from incoming payroll taxes. But that 19% cut would still be devastating for millions of people. Imagine your $2,000 monthly check suddenly becoming $1,620. For people living paycheck to paycheck, that's catastrophic. The solutions being debated fall into a few categories. Some politicians want to raise payroll taxes to bring more money into the system. Others want to gradually raise the retirement age so people collect benefits for fewer years. Most experts believe it will take a combination of changes to fix the problem permanently. But here's what you need to understand. This is a political problem with known solutions. Every year Congress waits makes the fixes more painful, but the math isn't complicated. The question isn't whether they can fix it, it's whether they will find the political will to make the tough choices. So what should you do with all this information? Let me give you a concrete action plan for this month and beyond. First, mark your payment date on your calendar right now. Know exactly when your deposit will arrive, especially with the holiday schedule changes this month. Second, if you're still getting paper checks, make the switch to electronic payments before September 30th unless you qualify for an exception. Don't wait until the last minute on this. Third, if you receive any overpayment letters, then ignore them. Act quickly to appeal, request a waiver, or set up a payment plan. Your financial future could depend on how you handle this. Fourth, take advantage of the SSA's online tools for simple tasks like checking your benefit amount or updating basic information. But don't hesitate to push for human help if your situation is complex. Fifth, if you're eligible for that new $6,000 tax deduction, make sure you claim it when you file your taxes. Free money is free money. And finally, stay engaged with what's happening to Social Security. This program affects millions of Americans, and your voice matters in the political debates that will shape its future. Social Security has been a lifeline for 90 years, and with the right attention and action, it can remain strong for generations to come. But that requires all of us to stay informed, stay proactive, and make sure our representatives in Washington understand what's at stake. If this video helped you understand these critical changes, hit that like button to help other people find this information. And subscribe to Financial Area for more essential money tips that could change your financial life. Your future self will thank you for staying informed. I'll see you in the next video where we'll break down more financial strategies that put money back in your pocket.